We have bundles too, so to make it even sweeter.
Yeah.
So
Awesome.
even sweeter. This is why I don't record music anymore. You heard that?
Order now, wait. Yeah.
All right, you guys, welcome to the Grind Culture. My name is Michael. We got your boy Aaron right here, and then we got Lex Bratcher. How you doing today?
What's good? What's good?
Good. How you been?
I've been good. How have you been?
I've been awesome. Thank you for asking.
Yeah.
How you like Phoenix?
Phoenix is cool. Phoenix is all right. Yeah, I haven't done much since I've been here. I've been here for like, I say almost 6-7 months.
Okay.
And I just haven't really done much. I've been kind of just making bedroom raps for the most part. Yeah. But yeah, I've been meeting some good people. Met up with Merkham's crew, Futuristic's crew, and just trying to network as much as possible.
Yeah, I saw you did the. Oh, that's a little loud there. I saw you did the indie amplify.
Yeah. So Futuristic. I met Futuristic at actually, backing up, I did a contest for him. So he had an album called Futuristic, where he just every song has a feature on it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's he had a couple open slots, and he was like, "Well, I'll do competitions for them for like new artists to get on." So I was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna go as hard as possible." Won the contest, and he put me on the album. And then like 2 weeks later, I saw him at it was like a cookout in Kentucky. And
Oh, wow.
yeah.
Wow.
So there's a YouTuber, his name is Crypt. He's really big, like
Yeah.
2
Seen his
million, 3
podcast.
million. Yeah, he's a really good guy. And he invited me to come out, and as well as a lot of other people. And Futuristic came out. So I met him there, and we just chopped it up, and he got me onto Indie Amplify, which is like it's a platform that allows any artist, like just independent artists, to basically buy like a feature from an artist or playlisting or reaction videos for YouTube, because those are going crazy right now.
Right.
And then like also you can buy like beats, or like it's an entire platform created for independent artists so that they have like there's no middleman. Like, you know, when you used to have to email like, how much does
Right.
how much do they cost for a feature? My feature price is right there. If you want it, click it, yes. Send me the track, I'll accept it, decline it, accept it. I get 30 days to give you a product back.
Right.
So, and it's been really cool. I've gotten some really good features off of there. As far as like selling features, like I had an artist, he's actually like a YouTuber. They called him a nerdcore rapper. So he literally makes videos or he makes rap songs to anime videos.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so like he'll cut up a bunch of like pieces from like Naruto, and he'll make a rap about it, and he millions of views.
Does he rap about like what's happening?
Yes. Well, he'll like rap in the form of a character. So he's asked me. I've done 3 or 4 now, and like I did Naruto. I was like Tsunade. I don't know if you guys are familiar with anime. Yeah. So, so I did Tsunade, and that one is at like I think 1.5 million views already.
Wow.
And it's just clips of the anime playing in the background while we're rapping, and millions of views. And dude, his name is Rustage. He actually, like, he has a much bigger platform. He has like 500, 600,000 subscribers, and he paid like my full feature price to get on the track, which was super dope, because I was like, you're helping me.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it was really cool, and I got that off of Indie Amplify. And yeah, so just it's been giving me some good opportunities.
How do you think it's impacting that scene, the indie scene, and as an artist?
Yeah, I mean, so I'm out. So one of my somebody who I met kind of through that group, Futuristic's crew. He's been using like every aspect of Indie Amplify, and it's been growing him. So like he used the playlist feature. They only say like you can get probably between like 7,000 to 8,000 plays, because we can't guarantee any plays.
Yeah.
Dude is at like 20,000 in the first month.
Okay.
So it's working for him. He bought features off of it. He's doing videos off of it. So like artists who have, you know, a good, like, who have money to kind of put towards it, I think it's a great thing.
Right.
And yeah, that's really it.
Let's rewind a little bit, right?
Yeah, okay.
So you're from, we were talking earlier. What
Yeah,
was it?
so I was born in Dayton, Ohio.
Dayton, Ohio.
Yeah.
Right.
lived there for 2 years, so nothing I remember really.
Okay.
Then we moved to DC when I was 3,
Okay.
and I lived in DC for a couple months, DC and Virginia area. Then I grew up like from, I say age 7 to probably like when I graduated.
Mm-hmm.
I lived in it's called Columbia, Maryland,
Okay.
and then went back to school in Ohio for political science. Went to OU,
Right.
and then came back. Went to Towson University, which is in Baltimore. Then I moved to LA because I dropped out of school. Went to LA, lived there for a year. COVID hit. Was like,
Whoa. We sped right through that. Let's
okay.
So hold on. So you went to school for political science?
Yes.
So what does all that entail? How did you get to that?
Yeah,
to that
so
spot?
my mom has worked in politics her whole life. So when we moved, the reason we moved to DC was because she got an opportunity to basically work for a congressman. And that congressman, his name was Tony Hall. He was Ohio congressman.
Mm-hmm.
And then she kind of stayed in that area working for a congressman. She was a lobbyist for a little bit in Maryland.
Okay.
So she lobbied for the no smoking in restaurants in Maryland, which passed in like 2004, 2005, whichever one or something like that. And then went back, worked for a congressman. His name was Congressman Elijah Cummings.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, he just passed away. But that's my tattoo is for him.
Mm-hmm.
I would go to all of their events and all that kind of stuff. And I was really gonna go down that road. I wanted to be a congressman. But then I went to school, and I went to school in Ohio. So the population of, I was a PWI, so it was all white people, probably like, I think it was like 1 or 2% black people.
Okay.
And it was not that like that matters to me, but it was that everyone came from a very small town.
Mm-hmm.
So they had a very small town mindset. And they had never had to branch out because everyone, when everyone looks like you, you're
Right.
not really
Yeah.
worried. Like getting out to see the world or see other cultures doesn't mean shit to you. I grew up in a minority majority area where it was like, I would say 30% black people, 20% Hispanic. Like you had a bunch of people like who had just came, a lot of first generation, and then a lot of like people from like the Middle East too. And then there was white people. So white people like 40%. So it was very mixed. So when I went to an all white area and I went to the like political science classes, there were a lot of things that I was like, wow, like these people don't care about anything outside of their own bubble.
Right.
So it's difficult to think that I'm going to go be a congressman and try to fight for things that I want with people who don't even know like what it's like to be on the other side. I would fight for things that I know would really help all communities, but you're particularly fighting for people or what will help your community.
No.
So when I was at school, I took a class. It was called Women's and Gender Studies class, basically. And there was this white kid in there. He was like the head of the like Republican, I don't know, like group over there.
Yeah.
He's just really into it. And somebody asked him like,
Students for Trump type.
yeah,
Of shit. Yeah.
yeah, because my first year in college was 2016, right?
Right.
During the
Yeah.
election. So it was all of that. And so somebody asked him, yo, why are you in this class? And he said, well, because I'm doing the political science route, you have to take some sort of elective that like makes sense. And it was either the women's studies class or African American studies.
He wasn't picking that one.
And he wasn't picking that one. So that was.
Tell me about
and I
these
was like,
ladies.
right.
I can tolerate that.
Exactly.
Black folk? Yeah,
Right. And so, and like, he would come to class with the like Republican Trump that bitch t-shirt and like, and we were all like, man, that sucks.
Doing the
But
most.
I realized though, I was like, that's because like he's never stepped outside. So
Right.
I'm gonna go through I'm gonna be in so much debt, just to be a politician, worried about being reelected, because that's what politicians do.
Yeah.
They don't actually care. They just want to be reelected.
Right.
And
I feel like they care until it's time to be
100%.
that person.
I don't think they care at all.
I don't think they care at all.
Like, I think there are a select few that care, which is like, I got my tattoo of, because he cared, and it was nice to see. But the rest of them who don't have to care,
Right.
because they're from
Yeah.
old money, like, they don't really,
Yeah, you're right,
you know
you're
what I
right,
mean?
yeah.
They just
Well, I
here for
mean,
the
there are a
check.
few who care, but it's so many.
The process destroys you.
100%.
Not even that, but I mean, also that, but also have the loops you got to go through in order to accomplish what you want to accomplish.
Right. And I also feel like, too, some people might care a lot. Like, you have really, like, people who have good hearts. Like, I think that regardless of how you feel about her, I think AOC, like, I think that she has a good heart. But you realize how much you can and how much you can't do. Like, she can't change the world.
To educate the audience, AOC, can you?
AOC, I think Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Yeah, she's a new congressman from New York. I think she had started out as a waitress. I think she went back to school and off her waitressing and then became
she ran independent, right?
Yeah.
She ran it. Yeah.
No, I think she ran I don't know too much about her because once I saw that, I completely switch off for political science and like politics. I was like, I'm not doing this anymore because I was doing things like doing walkouts for like Black Lives Matter and like I won a political science award in my county because I was just so active and trying to be an activist. And I was draining myself. I found myself just getting tired of watching the same bullshit happen and knowing that like I can't do shit to fix it. And so I kind of just turned off and was like, I'm gonna now, like, if I know that I can't necessarily make a change the way I want to politically, I'm gonna find a different route to do it. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to computer science. So then when I went to Towson, was gonna study computer science and do cybersecurity to make money. Hated it. It was so awful. I can't sit at the computer for 8 hours just fucking coding. I couldn't do it.
And you did it to make money.
And just to make money, like, hell no.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, well, if I make a bunch of money, I can, donate it to, the things I want to do. And then I was like, why don't I do something that I love? And then if I can get as big as whatever, use my platform, use my voice to amplify the voices around me that need to be heard. And I think that would be the best way rather than going the political route, worrying about, job security or whatever, and then computer science, not doing what I love. I wanted to do music. I love music, and I can use the platform for good.
This whole time, are you doing music? Like during political science,
I've been doing
computer
music
science?
since I was 9.
So there was no breaks even during school? Like you were recording, writing?
No. So I was always I was a quitter. I grew up being a quitter. Like, I used to, if I put a song out on SoundCloud and it didn't get like 100 plays in the first week, I was like, I'm done. I quit. So I stopped for a couple of months and I was like, I had other things to focus on and da-da-da-da. And then for some reason, I just kept coming back to music. Like, when I was 9, is when I started. Then I got what's it called? I got like software, started creating my own beats and stuff when I was 12.
What software was it?
It was called Mixcraft.
Okay.
So it was like $50. I begged my mom for it. Mom, please. I had a Rock Band microphone and plugged it in. I plugged it into the USB on the computer. I didn't have like no interfaces, nothing. And then I had literally just like the Apple headphones that came with it. And then I went and bought like a $12 pop filter, and I would hold the pop filter like this and I would record just like this. It was horrible. And I did it for like 2 years. And then I was like, I need to get a mic stand. So I saved up, got a mic stand, and it was still horrible quality. I wasn't mixing or nothing back then. I didn't know how to do that stuff. And I was like, this shit should be on the radio. And then it's like horrible. Ass. But when I was in high school, I just, for the most part, like, focused on school. I was kind of trying to date, and so I moved away from music a lot. I would kind of go back and forth, and then when I was like 15, I started dealing with, like baby depression, adolescence depression, where it's like, you're growing up, you kind of questioning everything, existentialism, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. So I started writing more somber, started writing more poetry, and then from poetry, I would actually go in and write like in a style of like almost spoken word, but then do spoken word over beats. And so that was what I was doing in high school. But then I was like, it's not really getting pressure. Like, no one is really, So college comes around, freshman year, and I'm doing Young and May comes out, and she comes out with Ooh. And I was so pissed. I was so jealous. I'm like, bro, this shit not even that good. Oh my god, like, cause you know when
That
you're
was
not
just
doing shit, hating, bro.
hate.
Oh my gosh, I was the biggest hater. Cause when you're not doing shit and you see other people doing shit, you get so it's like,
Yeah.
and then I started doing it, and I started just saying like, that's so great for her. Like that's so great that all these people are doing it, and that gives me like, I means I could do it. So then I was like, what was it? My second year of school, dropped out, and it was like, I'm just gonna focus.
So you turned that energy.
Yeah, turn all that energy. I turned that negative energy into positivity. Just like
On some Mamba mentality shit.
yeah, because it's just the more that I just felt like I wasn't doing shit to be talking shit. Like you
Right.
can't hate on somebody who's making more money than you, in my opinion. Like then you're just wasting your breath.
Or just working at it.
Right, absolutely. Or like once you get to a certain status, it's like, well, you can't hate on people who aren't making as much money as you either. So there's no room to hate. Just work hard, and you know what? Like you should be working as hard as you can.
Right.
If somebody's getting there, it's because they're working harder than you.
Yeah.
So, and it may be true or false to some extent. You know, some of it is I knew this person from this place. You know, I'm networked in or whatever, but I don't have nobody. And so because I don't have nobody, I'm not going to let that affect me. I'm going to just go hard and post my videos and see if this person will say something about it. Da, da, da. Like if I don't know nobody, that doesn't mean that I should stop, basically.
Right.
How'd you come up with the idea to do the Friday night?
Oh, the Friday Fires. Yeah. So I think that I was actually in school. I was my second year, and I heard it's like, walk it. What was that Migos song? Walk it like I talk it.
Yeah.
Migos
I was
Drake.
like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a free verse to this. And then the next week I was like, people like that. Let me try again.
Mm-hmm.
Did it again. Then
Free verse, real quick on free verse. Did you come up with that?
yeah.
See, I like that. That's
yeah.
dope.
So when people would say like, oh, like that's a freestyle, a lot of these people are not freestyling.
Exactly.
They're not.
That's why I like it,
Right.
because this is really
Exactly.
a free verse.
It's just a free verse for you.
Yeah.
To a song that you already know, and it's in a style of just one long ass verse, so it's not like verse chorus or none of that.
Yeah.
And I was like, that way I'm not lying to people and saying that I'm freestyling. I did write this.
Yeah.
It's still fire.
Yeah.
It's accurate.
Exactly. So it was like, yeah, so I did Friday Fire because I think someone it was like, I don't know, it was like Fire Friday or something like that. Like there's a bunch of freestyle Fridays and all that kind of stuff. So I was like, I'll just do my own, call it Friday Fire. And now I post them whenever, but that was kind of something I was doing, at least did 2 a month for a couple months when I was starting to get into it. I gave myself 1 year when I had dropped out. I said, within 1 year, I can focus on music. If nothing happens, I'm quitting. First year, I got a song with this girl. Her name is Detronata.
What year was that?
This was 2018.
Okay.
Yeah, so 2018, I said I get the whole year. Detronata. She was on the rap game with Jermaine Dupri.
I saw that one.
Yeah.
I saw the one you did with her.
Yeah, she's super dope.
Yeah.
And she has like almost 1 million followers. And she was like, you're dope. I'll give you the feature discounted price type of thing. I was like, that's a big move.
Yeah.
So I counted that as my big move. So I said, okay, 1 more year. Second year, I meet Tech Nine. And he's like, giving me his number. Okay, all right, I got to at least give myself 1 more year. Then I get on the Tech Nine album. And I get to meet Futuristic and all these other people. And so I was like, okay, I got to keep going if,
We
you know.
got to go back.
Yeah.
Real quick, how did you come across, what was her name again? I'm sorry?
Detronata.
How did you come across her?
Yeah. Okay. So when I was in school, I was like, I'm gonna do one music video, and I shot it at my mom's friend's house, who's like a millionaire, and he has like a Ferrari and stuff.
Oh, okay.
So
What song was that?
yeah, it was called Round One.
Round one.
Yeah. So it was like it was my very first music video. It cost me $250 that I slaved for, and yeah, it was just. That was like it was a low budget, but it was a great video. Like it turned out really well. Mm-hmm. And I asked a media company called DMV Music Plug, which is like they're run on Twitter, and they have like I think now they have like 250,000 followers. really big for like independent artists can like pay $50 and we'll throw you on the page, right? Paid them $50. They threw that song on the page, and it did okay. Like it meant it. Like back then, for me, it had like 250 like likes.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
At that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one of the likes was Detronata. So then I go and I didn't hit her up yet, but I went on my story on Instagram. Was like, my top 3 like favorite female rappers is Snow the Product, Lady
Fire.
Leisure,
Fire, yeah.
and Detronata. She watched my story, and then she also like I think the next day liked 2 of my videos of me rapping. I was like, okay, so she's a real person on her thing. Okay, I'm gonna get it right now. So I DM'd her. I was like, bro, like you're amazing. Can I get a feature? And she was like, yeah. Like I saw your thing from Twitter, and I was like, yeah, she's dope. So we connected. I think it took me like 2 or 3 weeks to like save up my money to get it to her. So we did the song, then we did the video the next month in like October or something of 2018, and yeah, that was kind of how we linked, and it was so strictly through social media. I DM'd
So
her.
you just shot your shot.
I just shot my shot, and thankfully I made it.
Facts.
Swish.
Nice.
Yeah, and it was super cool.
So then you go from that, and then
Yeah.
you meet.
So I did.
9?
Yeah. So from there, that happened.
That's a nice jump.
Right. I know. So I had met him a little bit earlier in the year. Right? Was it? Yeah. I was DMing a bunch of YouTubers like, yo, like, could you play my music as an intro to your whatever? This guy, his name is Proxy Plays. He basically does.
Like reactions.
No, he does videos of him like, I'm gonna make a song in the style of this artist. So he has like, I'm gonna make a song in the style of Logic, or I'm gonna make a song in the style of Travis Scott, whatever. So I'll make the beat and then I'll do the vocals and stuff over it. And he has like, I think he has like 300, 400,000 subscribers. And he actually, I hit him. I was like, yo, like, can we work together? And he was like, yeah, let's do a song. So we did a song. And that was actually one of my biggest songs. It was called My Number at the time on SoundCloud. It was, how you get my number? And it was crazy. It was like off some YouTube beat that had like 3 million views already. So I was sure the beat, like, it was probably bought by somebody else. But he put that snippet in front of one of his videos. And that video is like at 1 million plays. So I was like, whoa, like people are clicking. Like I'm getting like 30,000 plays on my SoundCloud link. That's pretty cool. So from him, I met up with Moxis. You guys familiar with him? He's big out here in Phoenix doing kind of that like mosh pit rap.
Oh, okay.
Super dope. Met up with him, and he kind of leaned me into like that YouTube work because he made a song with this artist on YouTube called Quadeca. Quadeca's probably 3-4 million subscribers now. He kind of was just a YouTuber. He would do styles of rap too, where he would do a whole video, and every like 30 seconds he would do a different rapper.
Okay.
And he started doing music. So I got into the YouTube area, and then I saw Crypt. Crypt is he did when
He won that battle, right? Isn't that how he got on originally?
me no
No. Crypt.
Oh, I don't know. I don't think so. I think he got on because he was a reactor. He did all reaction videos, and he did when Eminem and MGK were beefing, he did videos on like both of their songs and like talked about each point, like each punchline,
Yeah.
like dissected it. And I know that those videos did really well, so it boosted him. And then he started doing rap, and he started rapping and all that kind of stuff. And he built his own fan base. So he was doing what's called YouTube Ciphers. So he did a YouTube Cipher 1. And then he was like, I want to get a girl on my second cipher. So I DM'd him and I sent him a video, and he was like, yo, dope as hell. Like, yes, you definitely can be on the second one, no problem. But before that, let's get a song. So I actually sent him a track, and we did the track. I think it was July of 2019. I sent it to him, and then at the same time that like the Crip stuff was happening. At the same time that the Crip stuff was happening, what's his name? I was trying to work with this artist named Maze 301. I was on a YouTube channel about how to like get 1,000 fans in like
1,000
3
true
months.
fans?
Right, 1,000 true fans, and it was by this guy's name is Adam Ivy, I think. So he said basically what you need to do is go on Instagram, go on all social medias, go on the hashtags, and interact with people. So I would go, I'd like people's stuff, I interact with them, blah, blah, blah. Ran into this guy, his name is Maze301, liked the song genuinely, went to him, followed him, didn't even look at nothing else. He follows me back, and once he follows me back, I go and look at his page, and I just see, oh, he just signed to Strange Music. That's crazy. Shit, like, Tech Nine, like, I studied this man.
Yeah.
So I didn't immediately ask him, like, for a feature. I wanted to kind of build my rapport with him and you know, build more of a friendship. And so I hit him probably 2 months later. So I did this in March, hit him in, like, July and said, hey, how much for a feature? He said, well, 500, but you have to talk to my manager. So whenever somebody's like, you had to talk to my manager, I'm like, oh, they don't want to do the song. Because, like, if you send me to the manager, like...
What
whatever.
I've learned is that's actually a level of, like, you're showing a level of respect to the business aspect of it.
Absolutely. And that's all it was.
That's all it was.
That's all it was. Because as soon as I messaged his manager...
Went right through.
It went right through. I got the feature for free. And then, so I texted the manager, I emailed him, and I was like, just want to know how much for a feature from Maze. And here's a link to my stuff. He texted me back the same night. So probably within I'll say like, or he emails me back, excuse me, within like 4 hours. Yo, you're from Maryland? You're dope as fuck. Just so you know, tomorrow we have a show. I'm on tour with Tech Nine, and he wants to meet you.
Just like that.
Just like that. So just from my one video, I sent him, it was a homicide freestyle that I did it was the Logic and Eminem. He was like, yeah. So I had to go to work that day, and I got off at 10 o'clock, and Tech was performing at 10, so I had to rush over there. I booked it. And, yeah, I looked crazy. I had my work uniform on.
Where were you working at the time?
Apple.
You said you were a waitress?
Well, so here's the thing. When you work for Apple, you're not allowed to wear your logo out.
Apple, like
Yeah.
I thought you meant like...
No, not Applebee's.
Not
Applebee's.
Applebee's.
You said waitress. I was like,
Nah, I was like, wait. No, actual Apple. So...
I do this once a show. But anyway.
And yeah, you're not allowed to wear your shirt out because then people will ask you questions, right? And people come up to you. If they don't like Apple, they'll harass you.
Yeah.
So you have to always wear something over. So I was wearing this, like, I had a green Apple shirt on with a blue, like, it was just looks so
Vibrant.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I get to the show, and Muggs, that's his name. That's Maze's manager. He was my manager for a little bit. He comes, finds me, and he gives me an all access pass, and then puts me in the like sound booth where they do like the soundstage area just to make sure the lighting and stuff. And I get to watch the whole show, and it was amazing. Tech is just a crazy performer. Halfway through the show, he's like, yo, I just want I want to let y'all know, like, we got this hard-ass rapper out here. And everybody's like, what the fuck? And she's like, Lex Bratcher be rapping her motherfucking ass off, and then points to me, and everyone looks back, and they're like, who the fuck is that? And I was like, oh, shit, I hope he doesn't, like, get me on stage or anything, because, like, that would be crazy. Like, I look ridiculous. And luckily, he
You have
didn't.
bars ready in case, though?
Oh, of course. Always,
Word.
always. I sat there and I was like, oh, let me go look at my notes real quick and see. And after the show, went to the back, and I met Chris Calico.
Yep.
And he was super dope. We talked for like an hour. He was just an amazing guy. Then I talked to Tech was on the bus, so we went in, got to talk to him. He was like, yeah, you're dope. He was tired, I think. Like it was like his
Performed.
50th show out of 60, like ridiculous. He goes on tour for way too long. And yeah, he was like, yeah, I want to do a song with you, exchange numbers, all that kind of stuff. And then that was 2019, but I didn't get the song until the end of the beginning of 2020, because he was still working on, like, he was on tour for his last album, so he wasn't even working on the next album yet, but he was like, I got you. I'm gonna send you a track.
Right before the pandemic hit?
Yes. It sucked. I was gonna do like a couple shows with Maze, because I had a song with Maze too. So I was gonna do a couple shows. Like I was gonna just drive along, because I couldn't actually get on the tour, which was fine. Like I didn't expect to, but I was gonna at least drive to all the West Coast shows and just perform the song that I had with Maze 301. because he will be on the tour. But then COVID happened and knocked everything back. So now they're actually gonna go 2020. I think that it's coming up.
Are you going?
I won't be on tour. No, I wish. No, yeah, that's the strange group over there, and I respect all of that. And I'm very comfortable with doing independent shit. Like, even though they're in an independent label, I realized that I feel like I've gotten to know people without having to be affiliated with anyone.
Right.
So if I'm already doing it, why would I give away a percentage now for the same shit? You know, I think the only difference would be like you get budgets and stuff, which would be cool.
Right.
But
so you have the same.
I'm ready to have money when I have money. Like, I'll spend money when I have it, and I don't want to spend somebody else's money then have to give it back to them. Like, that's just not something I want to do.
You must have a very, very deep belief system in what you're doing. Because there's a lot of risk in going independent.
Yeah.
There is a lot of risk,
Absolutely.
but there's also a lot of risk in going through and
I
signing.
think there's more risk in signing.
And losing your leverage.
Exactly. Because you'll lose, like, if I went and signed a regular deal, I'm losing everything just for that advance, really, right? Because that's what people sign for. They sign for the $1 million deal so that they can have $1 million. But you only, like, I've seen so many interviews of, like, Russ or of Corday talking about, oh, you know, if you get $1 million deal, you're really only getting, $350,000.
Yeah.
So it's like, I could make my own $350,000, or I could, get $1 million, and even though I only have $350,000, I still have to pay back $1 million.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm like, and on top of that, you don't own anything. You don't own your creative control, none of that. And it's like, if I'm gonna make it, I'm gonna make it off of my own terms. I'm not gonna make it off of other people. And that's the other thing is, I'm not trying to be the next Meg Thee Stallion or the next Cardi or whatever. I'm just trying to be a musician for life. Like, that's it. I don't need to. The mainstream fame doesn't necessarily attract me because I don't need to be. I would like to be a household name, but if I have to sell my soul to get there, I don't want to do it.
Yeah, facts.
So
I don't think you have to. Not in this day and age.
No.
yeah, right. I think because of social media.
And the internet.
I mean,
10
you
years
proved
ago.
it.
Oh yeah.
You got to where you are through YouTube, through
Through
social
YouTube,
media.
Through social media. That's it.
Yeah.
You know.
Does the YouTube rapper tag bug you?
I think, like, to me, like, Soulja Boy is a YouTube rapper, but because you know what I mean,
that's where he started.
that's where he started, right?
Yeah.
He started what it means to be viral, and now he's a millionaire. So once you're a millionaire, it don't really matter what people call you. I don't care. You can put me in whatever category you want. You know,
SoundCloud rapper,
Yeah.
YouTube, whatever, man. Hey,
right?
Hey.
If
them checks
people
is
are
clearing.
listening, right? I don't care what you call me because it really won't matter. And that's something I try to talk about a lot is like labels, because obviously then I get called a female rapper, which is like I'm outbarring half the dudes out here, but it will never matter because I'll always, these are my top 10 favorite rappers, then these are my top female rappers. Lex Bratcher is number 1 of my top female, but not in my top 10. And it's like,
Nah.
yeah, don't love it, but at the same time, it's great for my mentality because if you know that you can never be the best, then you'll relax. If I can never be your favorite rapper, then I get to just live my life being.
I wouldn't believe that though. You're gonna be a
Really?
lot of people's favorite rapper. I
thank
fucking
you.
promise that. Nah,
Thank
for
you.
real.
And if that does changes, if the culture changes, great, and I'd love to be at the forefront of that. But I'm not gonna stress myself out worrying
Just
about
stay
whether
true-
or not.
Just stay true to you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do me, and if you like it and you like it enough to put me in your top, awesome. But if you don't, okay, I'm still gonna make money.
It's just gonna happen though, organically.
Really?
Yeah. Oh
Thank
yeah.
you.
Oh
I
yeah.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
Do you have any plans with everything opening back up right now?
No, I don't have any, like, I'm really like a go with the flow type of person. 100%. Unfortunately, I've never been a plan, which is probably why, like, there are some things I'm like, I don't even know where to go about because I'm still like, although I'm my artist, I am the manager, I am the accountant, all of that. I'm still, I don't know how to like network and stuff like that because I just never had to. Unless it was through social media,
Right.
and that's way easy to me because I just send you a video of me rapping and you want to work, and I don't mean that in a cocky way. I'm just saying like in a in a shock factor.
But your work speaks for itself. So
Yeah, I was about to say. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, so it's like
ain't no need to be humble.
right.
You got
But
bars. That's
thank
it.
you, thank you. But yeah, going out and getting like shows and stuff like that, I've never had to do before. So that will be interesting once things kind of pop off.
Booking and all that.
Right. I've never done booking before, really. Like I booked through like it's a company called My Afton, where they'll
There's
basically
all kind of booking agencies and stuff like
yeah,
that.
exactly. And they'll get you a spot, but you got to sell 20 tickets. And then, but so, like that one was cool because My Afton, you actually can get paid off the tickets after you sell 10 tickets. Any other tickets, you get like full price of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So if you sell 100 tickets and you only had to send 10, you get 90
Tickets
90
at full
tickets
price.
worth of at full price. Yeah, which was cool.
Not bad, yeah.
Pretty
Yeah.
dope.
So I that's probably my only thing I might do. If not, trying to get on. I would love to get on a tour, but I'm not buying my way onto anybody's tour. Like other people do that, and that's great. I think that's great if you have the money and the means to do so. I don't have the money to go on somebody's or to spend to get on somebody's tour. I actually I don't know. It's just not something that I know how to do. So or want to do.
Right.
But yeah.
So right now you have you have a pretty decent. I mean, you have a pretty nice sized social media presence. You have a ton of songs. You yourself have come up with something creative where you have your freestyles. You have videos. You have teams that you're working with, right?
Right.
And you're moving around doing your thing. What's the goal for 2021 as far as getting a project done? What's the look gonna be like? Do you have something in mind, or are you just kind of at the moment right now just let's go?
No,
Bring it
yeah,
in,
I
let's go.
actually have some. Well, unfortunately, I feel like I'm still on other people's time. Like
What do you mean?
I feel like when you're a smaller artist, and you're kind of like people will say like I can help you. I shouldn't rely on it, but I'll usually I'll be like, okay, well, I'll kind of plan around that. Because if that happens, then this can happen. That's something I need to stop. Obviously, I need to just start to focus on what I can do for myself. And then if other things happen, they do. And that's what I'm learning currently. Like, I think that's my current lesson that I've been working on and trying to make sure that regardless of if some of the things that I really want to happen don't happen, I still have content and stuff like that.
Right.
So one of the things I've been thinking about doing is just doing 2 songs a month and a video in between. So a video for that song. So song drops next week, video drops for it. Song, video, and just do that for a couple months.
Yeah.
Towards the end of the year, I want to do an EP that's focused mainly, it's like political, but not like conscious rap.
What about you talking about like T.I.'s Us or Else album?
Not even like that. So have you heard of the artist named Josiah?
I feel like I have.
Yeah, Josiah. Who else? So that like XXX Tentacion sound where they're like just super
Okay. Yeah.
bass, heavy bass distortion, all that kind of stuff. Something like that, where it's like mosh pit material, but talking about political stuff.
Okay.
So making politics sound, because like one of my biggest inspirations is specifically when Kanye West does Jesus Walks.
Yeah.
How the hell you make a gospel song into a club banger?
Yeah.
Doing that almost with like rock sounding music with hip hop, and then doing like F the government.
Okay.
Yeah. Shit like that.
I like that.
Yeah,
I
so
like
I want to
that.
do a whole
Yeah.
EP just based off of that, because I could talk so much because I already have the
the knowledge behind it.
exactly,
Yeah.
and so that's something I really look forward to
And
doing.
the experience too.
And the experience. And I can talk about how I was really into it, and then I kind of became against,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
politics and all that. So
Well, I am gonna look forward to seeing that come to fruition.
thank you.
I can't wait to hear about that.
Thank you for coming on.
For sure.
And if you want to look in the camera, let the people know where they can find you.
Yeah, so my name is Lex Bratcher. You can find me on all social medias at Lex Bratcher, just my name, Spotify, Apple Music, all that kind of stuff. Last song to drop was called Off the Grid. And look for new stuff. Look forward to new stuff, yeah.
Thank you for coming on.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you, Lex.
Cool.
order now, wait.